Did you know that there are places in the world so secret that merely attempting to enter them can be considered a violation of international laws? Imagine a space so isolated that its doors are literally locked to the world. What lies hidden in these mysterious places, and why are they so inaccessible? Today, we will explore some of the most secretive and inaccessible places on the planet, where simply no one can enter. Get ready to lose yourself in a world of mystery, with spaces that hold secrets so deep that, in many cases, curiosity can be more dangerous than it seems. As we move forward, you'll discover how humanity deals with these secret boundaries. Why do certain places need to be kept under such tight control? And what mysterious stories do these places hide from us? Stay tuned, because what you are about to see will leave your mind restless and full of questions. Number 1. Vozrozhdeniya Island, Kazakhstan. Vozrozhdeniya Island is one of the most enigmatic and inaccessible places in the world, surrounded by a veil of mystery and fear. Located in the Aral Sea in Central Asia, its history dates back to the Cold War era, when the Soviet Union used the site as a secret base for biological weapons testing. The island was chosen due to its remote location and difficult access, making it the perfect environment to conduct clandestine experiments without drawing attention. For years, Soviet scientists developed and tested pathogenic agents and viruses such as anthrax, creating a zone of absolute danger. Today, the island is marked by an almost mythical inaccessibility. It's not just a political or historical matter but a real and current biological threat. The soil of Vozrozhdeniya Island still carries the remnants of the experiments conducted there, and the risk of biological contamination is one of the reasons why any attempt to access it is considered a life-threatening risk. Although the Aral Sea has shrunk over the last few decades, leaving the island even more isolated, surveillance remains relentless. The site is surrounded by strict restrictions, and there are reports of patrols, as well as aerial surveillance, to ensure that no one dares approach. Over the years, many stories and theories about the island have emerged. Some suggest that there are still secret underground facilities that house the remnants of high-risk biological experiments. There are claims that the Russians, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, abandoned the island, but that what was done there cannot be undone. Another circulating theory is that the tensions of the Cold War didn't entirely end in the region. Rumors speak of the use of supersonic biological weapons that have never been documented, but whose consequences can still be observed in the local flora and fauna. The mystery deepens even further when considering the complete desolation of the island, with facilities now overtaken by weeds and buildings corroded by time, still exhaling a scent of forbidden science. Some images of the island, which have appeared on the internet, show abandoned research sites and dilapidated hangars, now covered by sand and deteriorated by time. But the most terrifying aren't the visible images, but the stories of people who perhaps tried to access the site without knowing the risks they were running. In 2014, there were rumors that adventurous tourists tried to approach the island to film what seemed to be an untouched location, but they ended up being intercepted by local authorities. Since then, the Kazakh government has intensified surveillance effort and made any incursion into the area a serious violation, with heavy legal consequences. Number 2. Area 51, USA. Area 51, located in the Nevada desert, is one of the most impenetrable and mysterious places on the planet, both in terms of security and the theories surrounding its existence. Its remote location and the highly secretive nature of the activities that occur there have made it a cultural icon of mystery and speculation. For many years, the U.S. government officially denied the existence of Area 51 until in 2013, the CIA recognized the base as a high-security military installation. However, the official recognition did not diminish curiosity or rumors, on the contrary, they grew. Area 51 is frequently associated with theories about UFOs, unidentified flying objects, aliens, and secret U.S. government experiments, which fuel popular imagination. The reason why no one can simply enter Area 51 is the extreme security surrounding the installation. Surrounded by barbed wire fences, surveillance cameras, motion sensors, and armed patrols, the base is protected by a security perimeter that covers a vast area of about 26,000 square kilometers. In addition, the government maintains strict control over communication and information related to the base, with any attempt to approach being met with military forces. In 2019, a viral event called Storm Area 51 called thousands of people to invade the base in an attempt to see the aliens. However, the event quickly turned into a fiasco, with the police making several arrests, further reinforcing the idea that any approach to the area will be treated with extreme severity. The mystery of Area 51 goes beyond security and access restrictions. For decades, the base has been linked to various conspiracy theories involving extraterrestrials. The most famous of these is the claim that the base houses the remains of alien spacecraft and even alien bodies, recovered after the famous Roswell incident in 1947. Conspiracy theorists claim that the US government is hiding the truth about the encounter with beings from another planet and that the military is conducting advanced research using alien technology to develop new weapons. For many, the idea that the government has access to extraterrestrial technology is an irresistible attraction, further fueling speculation. Beyond stories about aliens, Area 51 is also tied to rumors about highly secret military experiments. There are claims that the site was used to test new aircraft and cutting-edge technologies, such as the famous U-2 spy plane developed in the 1950s. Other theories suggest that the US government is developing technologies related to mind control, time travel, and even advanced genetic experiments. The combination of such a high level of secrecy with theories about experiments and extraterrestrials makes Area 51 a permanent point of fascination. Every detail, every small rumor about the base is amplified by collective imagination, causing its aura of mystery to only grow. What also fuels the fascination with Area 51 is its presence in popular culture. Movies such as Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Independence Day, along with numerous TV series and books, depict the base as the center of secret extraterrestrial research. These fictional accounts blend with conspiracy theories and contribute to the perpetuation of the mystery, creating a fusion between reality and fiction. Area 51 has become a symbol of our search for answers to universal questions, such as the existence of extraterrestrial life and the boundary between human knowledge and the mysteries of the cosmos. Number 3. St. John the Baptist Church, Italy. St. John the Baptist Church, located on the picturesque island of San Giovanni in Lake Como, Italy, is one of the most intriguing and inaccessible places in the world. With a history dating back to the 12th century, it was built in a Romanesque style, but with influences that seem challenging even for medieval architecture itself. The church, with its ancient stone walls and colorful stained glass windows, exudes a sense of calm and spirituality, but at the same time, a shadow of mystery hovers over the site. For centuries, this church has been a place of worship, but its isolation on the lake and the fact that it is private have made it a point of curiosity for historians, adventurers, and mystics. What makes St. John the Baptist Church so inaccessible is not just its remote location, but the fact that it is private property. The island, from which the view over Lake Como is breathtaking, belongs to a wealthy family that tightly controls access to the site. Only a very restricted number of visitors, such as high-ranking members or special guests, are allowed to enter the church. Even these visitors must obtain prior authorization, and it is necessary to cross the lake by private boat, a task that is, in itself, full of obstacles. This exclusivity creates an aura of mystery, as if the church were a treasure guarded under lock and key, far from the curious gaze of the general public. Fascinating stories about St. John the Baptist Church circulate among locals and occasional visitors. Many believe that, over the centuries, the church served as a secret meeting place for religious groups and mystical societies. Ancient accounts talk about strange rituals and ceremonies held at night, with few knowing the true nature of these events. The boldest claim that inside the church's walls, there are symbols and writings that are not accessible to the public, perhaps associated with secret orders that, over the centuries, have preserved forbidden or hidden knowledge. Another mystery fueling the legends of the church are frequent references to the appearance of mysterious figures, which were said to be seen near or inside the church, further increasing the supernatural charm of the place. All this creates an image of a church not only as a sacred space but as a true center of mysteries that remain, for now, secret. Number 4. Vatican Library. The Vatican Library in Rome is one of the most enigmatic and inaccessible places in the world. It's not just an ordinary library, but a repository of ancient knowledge, with millions of books, manuscripts, and rare documents, many dating back to the Middle Ages and the Roman Empire. It is considered one of humanity's greatest treasures, but its access is extremely restricted. Only a select few scholars, researchers, and church employees are allowed inside, and most visitors can only dream of what is held within its walls. The inaccessibility of the Vatican Library is not related to security, as many other secret facilities are. The reason is deeper and rooted in the nature of the knowledge the library holds. Some of the documents contain their carry secrets about the history of the Church, apocryphal texts, and even manuscripts that, if revealed, could cause great uproar in the academic and religious worlds. Many of these texts are considered so valuable and sensitive that the Vatican has maintained strict control over who can access them, preserving the secret of content that, in some way, could alter our understanding of religious history and even of humanity. Among the stories surrounding the Vatican Library, one of the most intriguing involves the famous, lost manuscripts. These are ancient texts that were removed from circulation during the medieval period and are believed to contain information that would challenge the traditional interpretation of Christian history. Some theorists claim that these manuscripts may reveal secrets that could call into question the foundation of the Catholic Church, suggesting connections to ancient civilizations, alternative views on the Gospels, and even apocalyptic revelations. And while many researchers seek permission to enter the library and study these texts, access is so restricted that curiosity is the only way to understand what truly hides on these shelves. Number 5. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island, part of the Andaman Islands, is one of the most enigmatic and inaccessible places on Earth, not only due to its remote location but because of the unique and protected nature of the tribe that inhabits it. The Sentinelese, as they are known, have lived in complete isolation from the outside world for thousands of years. On their small island, they follow their own customs and traditions, with no interference from modernity, making them one of the most fascinating and mysterious groups for anthropologists, scientists, and the curious. What makes this place even more intriguing is that, over decades, attempts at interaction with the tribe have been violently rejected, with arrows and stones being thrown at any boat that approached. The inaccessibility of North Sentinel Island is sustained by a strong protection policy by the Indian government. It's not just a matter of cultural preservation but also of concern for the health and survival of the Sentinelese. Since they've never had contact with the modern world, their immune systems have no resistance to common diseases, such as the flu or colds, which could wipe out the entire tribe. For this reason, the Indian government has established a 5-kilometer exclusion zone around the island, making it illegal for anyone to visit or explore. This protection, although strict, is also a way to ensure that the tribe's primitive way of life is not corrupted and to prevent external diseases from spreading to them. Despite this official restriction, curiosity about the Sentinelese tribe doesn't diminish. There are many reports of failed attempts to make contact with the Sentinelese, some of them disastrous. In 2006, for example, an Indian fisherman was killed after getting too close to the island. In another attempt, in 1991, a group of missionaries tried to approach to evangelize, but the approach resulted in a violent confrontation. The tribe, fearful that their world was being invaded, reacts fiercely to any form of intrusion, maintaining their independence and secrets. This has sparked a large number of theories and speculations about how they live, how they are socially organized, and what their beliefs are. Some say they have their own language, that their religious practices are based on ancient rituals, and even that they possess vast knowledge of the natural world around them, still unexplored by science. Despite all the curiosity surrounding this place, the true mystery of North Sentinel Island lies in the unchanging nature of its population. Unlike other indigenous groups that were affected by colonization and contact with the outside world, the Sentinelese have remained almost intact, as if the island were a time capsule. The fact that we know nothing concrete about their beliefs, their forms of government, or their social structures only increases the fascination and respect for this isolated people. Their resistance to contact may seem savage to some, but in many ways, it is a reflection of the purity and preservation of an ancient culture, which persists in an almost untouched way, far from the influence of other societies. Number 6. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is not just a scientific facility or a security vault, but a testament to the vulnerability and responsibility humanity carries when it comes to preserving life. Located on the remote Svalbard Islands in Norway, this vault is a true time capsule, designed to withstand the adversities of our planet, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and even nuclear disasters. The construction of the vault is a marvel of modern engineering, with thick granite walls and airtight doors that ensure the seeds stored there remain safe for millennia. And it's not just the geographical isolation that makes the place inaccessible, but also the fact that it was designed to be a last resort, a refuge for the future of Earth. The vault stores over 1 million varieties of seeds from essential plants for global agriculture, sourced from all continents and representing a rich genetic diversity. These seeds are not just for food crops but also for medicinal plants, forage plants, and other species vital for global ecosystems. The primary goal of Svalbard is to create a safety net for global agriculture in case of a global disaster, such as a nuclear war, a pandemic, or catastrophic climate change, that destroys food production. However, the very concept of a doomsday vault brings forth a reflection on the need for protection against the uncertainty of the future and how humans are trying to ensure their survival in the face of the unpredictable. Access to Svalbard is highly restricted, with a rigorous security system that protects not only the seeds but also the idea of the vault itself. Although it is a scientific facility, Svalbard also carries a philosophical meaning. It makes us reflect on how we are preparing for the future and the legacy we are leaving for the next generations. The seeds stored there represent a promise of rebirth, a chance to rebuild what has been lost. However, this limited access to the facility, the exclusivity of the use of the seeds, and the isolated location also fuel a sense of mystery. What other secrets does this vault hide? Is there any other purpose behind the preservation of these seeds? Many may see Svalbard merely as insurance against the apocalypse, but it also becomes a symbol of our constant struggle against our own destruction and the desire to preserve what is most vital for life on Earth. Number 7. Alcântara Launch Base, Brazil. The Alcântara Launch Base, located in the Maranhão state, is one of the most mysterious and difficult-to-access facilities in Brazil. The base, officially known as the Alcântara Launch Center, CLA, is a military installation for launching rockets and satellites, operated by the Brazilian Air Force, FAB. The strategic location of the base, close to the equator, provides a unique advantage for space launches, as the Earth's rotation at this point gives rockets additional speed, facilitating launches. However, the base is surrounded by a high degree of secrecy and access restrictions, which fuels theories about secret activities beyond what is officially disclosed. The reason for the inaccessibility of the Alcântara base is related to its sensitive nature and its involvement in military and space projects. Although the base is used for launching satellites and rockets, it has also been the subject of speculation about clandestine military activities, including the development of space weapons and advanced defense projects. In 2003, Brazil signed an agreement with the United States to allow rocket launches at the base, but the agreement sparked controversy and speculation about the true purpose of the base and the involvement of foreign governments in confidential activities. This agreement, combined with the presence of high-tech equipment and rigorous surveillance systems, adds to the aura of mystery surrounding the base. In addition, the base is located in a remote and difficult-to-access area, which makes visiting it practically impossible for most people. Access to the base is restricted and controlled, with a strong security apparatus and patrolling of the region. Few are allowed to enter the base, and most information about its operations is kept secret. Some rumors suggest that the base could be used for testing secret military technologies or even for projects related to space exploration with international partners. This lack of transparency, combined with the isolated location of the base, makes it a target for many conspiracy theories about what really goes on there. The Alcântara base, due to its highly confidential nature, has become a place that sparks the interest of scholars, adventurers, and the curious, who try to understand what is happening behind the scenes of this strategic facility. The fact that the base is a rocket launch center and also located in such an isolated area only fuels speculation about what else might be tested or developed there. In a country where access to information is often difficult and security restrictions are severe, the Alcantara base remains a place shrouded in mystery, with an aura of secrecy that makes it one of the most inaccessible facilities in Brazil. These secret and inaccessible places reveal much more than just physical barriers. They show us how, no matter how much humanity seeks to connect and explore everything around it, there are still places in the world that are completely beyond our reach. Each of these locations, whether due to its historical, biological, or cultural nature, holds secrets that make us reflect on the human need to preserve the unknown. No matter how advanced we become, there is something deeply human in the desire to keep certain mysteries intact, as if the unknown were an essential part of our own identity. When we look at North Sentinel Island, the Vatican Library, or Area 51, we're not just talking about inaccessible places. We are talking about a fine line between what is known and what should remain mysterious, whether out of necessity, security, or a deep respect for what we do not fully understand. These places invite us to think about privacy, exclusivity, and even our relationship with what we consider safe and permissible. The presence of these areas is a reminder that the world, with all its connectivity and revelations, still holds secrets that we must respect. And what about you? Do you know of any place even more secret? Leave your comment below and share with us which of these places fascinated you the most, or if you have another place you think should be on this list. After all, there's always something more that escapes our understanding, right?